Heh, no wonder why this became a meme.
Hello YouTube, it's Pikachu Game Master, and today I'm going to be doing another Game Master Reviews episode. Yes, if you're wondering why I have not done this, well, I just got busy, Life's been rough, In today's episode, you probably might know the title of the video, I'm going to be reviewing manga. It's not like your average My Hero Academia or Dragon Ball Super. No, we're going to be reviewing something that I feel is super underrated, but yet is hilarious to read. And that is Komi, Can't Communicate. The story is very simple. It's basically a high school student who is socially awkward and just wants to make friends. But however, everyone in the school mistakes her social anxiety for a cool reserve. It sounds really dumb, but it's really good. I'll show you what I mean. The term the communication disorder describes a cluster of symptoms that cause people to experience difficulty with interacting with others. Those suffering from this disorder may appear unfriendly, but the truth is that while they appear standoffish, they actually want to have relationships. If you turn to the next page, we are introduced to the next main character, besides Komi, Hito Tadano, and his main goal is to blend in without making waves. That's good enough, right? I mean, it's not like he did anything in his past, right? Oh, wait a minute. He did do those certain things. Okay, jokes aside, while he was preparing for beginning of class, he come across as the main character who was introduced at the beginning of the story, and then there was silence. Then Komi turns 90 degrees to the left and gives him what would seem to be a Luigi death stare. But then she walks away. Tadano, being all confused about the situation, has still yet to notice that Komi can't communicate. Okay, moving on. When class is about to start, he enters in the classroom. However, when Tadano finally reaches the seat, he realizes he's actually sitting next to the Komi, aka the person he met up with in the previous chapter. And then, of course, classroom shenanigans start happening when Komi is in the room, such as people conniving to kill Tadano for his seat next to Komi, the whole class freaking out over Komi just writing her name on the chalkboard, and of course, ninjas. Because everyone likes Naruto. After class ends, the whole class takes a bow and heads straight towards Komi after they bow, and also knocking Tadano unconscious. After waking up from that horrible experience, he finds himself sitting next to Komi again, but to his surprise, she utters a meow to her cat plushie. Of course, Komi notices and Tadano acts like nothing happened, but she flees the scene in due to awkwardness of the situation. That's when Tadano finally realized what was going on and uttered the most logical thing any anime protagonist could ever say. Are you not very good at talking to people? And then there was silence across the room. Komi decides to give Tadano a ho-ho-ho of what seems to be a howdy gesture, but it was abundantly clear that Komi can't communicate. So of course, Tadano was trying to figure out what Komi was actually saying instead of just a ho-ho-ho. So he notices that there's a chalkboard at the end of the classroom and suggests that Komi writes down on the chalkboard. And what Komi wrote down and actually said was, "How did you know I'm bad at communicating?" And the dumb excuse was, he just sensed it. Has anyone else ever noticed? Nope. Very quickly they ran out of stuff to say, probably due to the awkwardness back in the earlier scenes. So Tadano's next move was that he took flight, because he was supposed to be in gym class at this point. But Komi had other ideas. He just simply couldn't get away! Yeah, nice RPG reference. Komi brought Tadano back because she actually wants to have a conversation. So of course we have a backstory as to why Komi actually freezes up and stuff. And of course of why she can't really talk to people. And of course we have another sad backstory. It was in junior high she didn't really have any friends and wanted to talk to people during lunchtime, but she couldn't because she just couldn't speak. She's clueless, she doesn't even know where to go. What should she do? It's sad, she can't even say hello. She worries that sometimes other people will think bad about her. Then she realized how long she dragged this conversation for, and then apologized because she was talking too much. So she wants to forget about all this, and she wrote her goodbyes. But Tadano did not want this to end. He picked up the chalkboard and wrote something, which I consider to be the most gentlemanly thing any male character could do in a school manga or anime. Isn't the weather nice today? Of course, Komi notices and turns around and walks towards the chalkboard. She picks up the chalk and replies with yes. Then Tadano suggests that we try some more. The cherry blossoms were beautiful. Of course, they both began to pitter-patter. Nevertheless, they continued to write. Then came an endless barrage of chalkboard conversations. Take a time to pause if you would like to see what the full conversation was. During this conversation, Tadano asked what it was Komi's dream, and her dream is actually to make 100 friends. Tadano kindly replied back saying, then I'll be your first friend and help you make 99 more. Tadano realized what he had just said was quite embarrassing, and he actually kind of got carried away. Nevertheless, Komi was alright with it, but Tadano was kind of confused at first, and then Komi turned away in embarrassment. With that, she fled the classroom altogether due to the awkwardness of the situation, and thus the curtain rose on Tadano's unordinary high school life. And that Tadano decided to make his new goal, and that goal was to cure Komi of communication disorder and help her make 99 more friends. As you saw from the beginning arc, this will turn out to be quite an adventure. And along the way, they'll meet new friends and we'll get to see new characters. Such as Najimi, who turned out to be very, very sociable. Turns out, Najimi and Tadano were actually classmates in junior high. Wait a second, let me read this for a second. Oh, so Najimi is basically a trap. Which is confusing, because Najimi also says they are a boy too. It's pathologically dishonest, and it doesn't make sense! Also, please don't be offended. It was meant to be a joke, as according to this section right here. Moving on, we have a goodie. And she gets nervous. Also, she's Komi's dog for some reason. Huh. Then there's Yadano. She hates to lose. Up next we have is Yamai. She has feelings for Komi. And she's also a psychopath. And finally, Naka. She's going through a phase. As you read through the story, you'll see there's a lot of cliches that pretty much every school anime basically has. Here's some examples. Summer Festival chapter, summer vacation, along with going to the pool on a hot day, going out with your friends to get ramen, shopping for clothes at the mall, and of course, going to the arcade and taking photos. Also, I forgot to mention there are plenty of running gags in the series, which are hilarious, because this is comedy manga. Such as people freaking out how beautiful Komi is even though she gets nervous, and Komi holding up a notebook when she's actually trying to say something to Tadano but can't speak out the words, as well as the characteristics of each character throughout the story. However, all good stories must come to an end. Or pause, in this case. Yes, that's right. This manga series is still going. In fact, there are only 4 English volumes released at this time in this video. But don't worry, a 5th volume will be released sometime this month. If you really want to go further, you could pirate it, but I do not recommend this because that's illegal, and I don't want to get caught up in illegal stuff. Anyways, my final rating for this manga is an 8 out of 10. Yes, it only has 4 volumes, but it is still a good story. The way they introduced the story at the beginning of it made you want to know what happens next and how it will progress throughout the journey. If you want something like Nichijou, Lucky Star, or Count, you should probably check this out because it's really good. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below on what you want me to see me review next. So anyways, see you guys in the next video. Pikachu Game Master out!